Looking back in high desert sports history, former Silverado Hawk Michael Bonham, former Oak Hills Bulldog Kevin American, among Victor Valley College Rams named All-Conference in 2017. Serrano's Sultan Sullivan leads the list of 2015 All-CIF selections. A pair of Victor Valley College players who were local high school All-League standouts and are set to return next season are first-team All-American Mountain League selections. Former Silverado Hawk Mike O'Bonham and Oak Hills graduate and offensive lineman Kevin American, 50, are among 4 Rams named first-team on offense. Michael Bonham is All-League at tight end. The 6'1", 205-pound Michael Bonham led Rams receivers in yards per reception. He averaged 15 yards per catch and was nearly impossible to cover in single coverage from his tight end position due to his tremendous speed. 2 of his 21 receptions went for touchdowns in league play. The 6', 310-pound Kevin American was a unanimous All-Mojave River League selection the season prior at Oak Hills. Rams running back and leading ball carrier Sean White is a repeat selection at first-team All-League. The 5'9", 225-pound Sean White carried for 849 yards his sophomore season and carried the Rams offense on his back for a second straight year. Sean White was the most reliable running back in the conference, having fumbled only once his sophomore season. He led the Rams in scoring with 7 touchdowns and was an excellent pass receiver.
I tell my line every day, without them, I wouldn't be me. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do the things I do. I can do the things I do because of them, and I thank them every day for it.
Sean White played his high school ball at Basic in Henderson, Nevada. Former Barstow Aztec punter Eric Parra completes the list of first-team All-League selections for the Rams. Eric Parra averaged 36 yards a punt his sophomore season. 4 Rams are named to the All-League team on defense, second-team selections. Leading tackler Teddy Atkins, 12. The 6'2", 225-pound linebacker out of Apopka, Florida, registered 56 tackles. Linebacker James Zachary, 27, also out of Waukeva High School in Florida. James Zachary, 6', 225, freshman, will be called upon to lead Coach Dave Hoover's 2018 defensive unit. Defensive lineman Kendall Blakely, 7, led the Rams in tackles for a loss. The 6', 245-pound Kendall Blakely was a high school teammate of Sean White at Basic in Nevada. Defensive back Ejan White, the other Rams numero 2, led Victor Valley with 4 interceptions his freshman year. Also named to the All-League team on offense, place kicker Dominic Hernandez, a freshman from Hesperia, a second-team selection, as was 6'5", 300-pound Tron Simon Barrington, 70, sophomore offensive lineman out of Canada Prep Academy, Ontario. Coach Dave Hoover's 2017 Victor Valley College Rams went 5-5 on the season, ending the year with a 31-9 conference victory over College of the Desert. Serrano running back SULTAAN Sullivan is CIF Southern Section Eastern Division Offensive Player of the Year. Oak Hills defensive lineman Anthony MORAN is Defensive Player of the Year. These 2 lead the list of 16 High Desert players receiving first-team All-CIF honors. Of the 5 Oak Hills Bulldogs, 7 Serrano Diamondbacks, and 2 Silverado Hawks, and Barstow Aztecs, 5 are underclassmen. Oak Hills, Anthony MORAN was named Co-Defensive Athlete of the Year. The 5'9", 238-pound MORAN, a senior, 52, helped lead Oak Hills to the CIF Southern Section Eastern Division title by recording a team-high 8 sacks, including 2 each in a CIF semifinal win against La Quinta and the championship game against Serrano. Oak Hills defensive back Jeremiah LORICK and linebacker Noah METZGER are first-team All-CIF. LORICK, 5'11", 156-pound senior, a 2-way starter at defensive back and wide receiver,
He's been a first-team All-MRL selection at wide receiver his junior and senior seasons. Linebacker Noah METZGER, 23, 5'9", 160-pound junior. METZGER recorded 37 solo tackles, including 3 sacks. Serrano defensive players Andrew Valencia, Anthony HALE, and John BRYAN all earned first-team recognition. Valencia, the 6', 170-pound senior strong safety, was the Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony HALE, 96, 6'1", 270-pound nose guard, a junior, 35 solo tackles. Linebacker John BRYAN, 45, recorded 70 solo tackles his senior year. The 5'9", 165-pound BRYAN with the pass interception against Palm Desert in the CIF playoffs. Silverado linebacker ALBERTO SAUCEDO, first-team All-CIF. SAUCEDO earned Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year honors. Alberto SAUCEDO led the Hawks with 77 tackles, including 10 for a loss. Barstow Aztecs linebacker EZRA PAOPAO, 33, 6', 180-pound senior, a 2-time All-Desert Sky League first-team selection. The All-CIF team offense. SULLIVAN, Offensive Player of the Year, first in the state and 5th in the nation in rushing yards, first in the state and 6th in the nation in touchdowns scored. In 14 games, the 5'10", 168-pound Sullivan rushed for 3,209 yards and 50 touchdowns. He also had a receiving touchdown and 2 two-point conversions, giving him 310 points. Oak Hill's quarterback, junior Brandon Porter, and sophomore lineman VICELLOUS PHIPPS earned first-team All-CIF honors. Brandon Porter threw for 2,616 yards and 27 touchdowns and rushed for 902 yards and another 8 touchdowns. Porter is 5'11", 170 pounds. Right guard VICELLOUS PHIPPS, 56, is a 6', 240-pound sophomore. 3 Serrano players, wide receiver Tanner Cornell, lineman Manuel Dorado, and lineman Mike Hill joined Sullivan as first-team selections on offense. Left guard Mike Hill, 57, 5'9", 190-pound senior, the pancake block here. Right tackle Manuel Dorado, 51, a 6'1", 220-pound senior. Tanner Cornell, 11, a senior two-way starter, 5'10", 155 pounds. Cornell led the Diamondbacks receivers with 32 receptions and 9 touchdowns. Barstow Aztecs running back Brandon Pierce racked up 1,540 rushing yards and 19 touchdowns in 9 games. The 5'11", 205-pound senior helped lead Barstow to an undefeated league title while averaging 10.3 yards per carry. Silverado Hawks tackle TYSON PAULINO, 74, a junior, 6'5", 310 pounds. Oak Hill's Bulldogs coach Robert Kistner was named CIF Southern Section Eastern Division Coach of the Year. The CIF Southern Section Championship game pitted 2 high desert teams against each other, Oak Hills defeating Serrano. So it comes as no surprise that both of these teams are well represented on the All-CIF team.
Bid fast and last, sold on supporting high desert sport. You can bid virtual live online on Bid Fast and Last auctions of estates, firearms, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, and vehicles. BidFastAndLast.com.
Kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.